Hello everybody. As always, it's been a while since my last video because when stuff doesn't break, there's not a whole lot of reason to be making videos, at least for me these days. Now, it is the middle of November. I am wearing a short sleeve shirt because it is like 60 degrees today, but with a little wind. And the only reason why I thought of making a video today would be because this car, this 2024 Subaru Ascent, got its third oil change in its life. So it's getting near 15,000 miles, and I try to be the 5,000 mile kind of guy to make sure that the car, regardless of kind of what it says on the meter thing and on the app and on the sticker, because some shops put 3,000, some put 7,500. I don't know if anybody actually checks what the interval is, and they kind of have probably their own policies with 3,000 to 5,000 being the average. But I've seen, like on my Ford Fusion, I think the manual actually says like 7,500 miles between oil changes. So I'm not 100% sure, but today is the day. I got up quite nice and early, so I think it's even before 9 a.m. So I just had it done at a local place. Tried to use Jiffy Lube in the past, but they're getting out of hand. They're getting like, for a synthetic oil change, like over $100. And yes, I understand waiting sucks, but at the same time, I don't make 100. And like, I think the last time I got it was like a couple years ago. It ended up being like, I think like $110 for just an oil change on the Fusion, not on this one. And I was like, no, sorry, that's too much. So anyway, so let's do a quick update. So first of all, yeah, getting up to like 15 or so thousand miles. Yeah, you can kind of see. So the last video I made is when I cleaned this car post our road trip. And also got a quick update. My wife is now working, and I mean, she worked before. She took a little break for the second kid that we had. And let's see. And now, not only is this our family mobile, but now it's also a nurse mobile. So she drives around, she sees patients like post-surgeries and stuff, people who just got out of the hospital. So now this thing transitioned into a full mobile med kit. So yeah, she obviously doesn't do surgeries or anything like that out of a car, but when she does see her patients, you can see all kinds of supplies and whatever. I don't know what half of the stuff is. Her bag, some of our crap that she carries around, like, I don't know. Some of it is medical supplies, other times like spare clothes for kids. And you see, we still got this car in the 5 people configuration. My son's Taekwondo gear for sparring and all that. So this is kind of how we do it. Now, this may look like a total mess, and I get it. But at the same time, the versatility, we could probably get rid of the stroller. I mean, our daughter is now old enough where I don't think she needs it unless we go on like a long hike. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I think some spare clothes, like always. But this is the configuration. So we do use this thing as at least very common that we do 4, right? 2 kids and 2 adults up front. And then this is like a jumper seat. It's obviously right now not being used, but if it is, you could, move the bag out of there, throw it somewhere. And her supplies keeps changing. Like, she keeps getting new supplies, she keeps using them. So every once in a while this configuration changes, but that's just how it is, at the moment of filming. But yeah, very versatile car. And what we love about this thing is even with the back seats up, you do get a decent amount of space. Not a ton, not a Suburban, right? Not an Expedition level. But we do get decent seating and trunk space. So this is how we do. And if we do end up folding those seats, that one seat, you get even more. In the back, now once again, forgive me, there's a mess. I gotta bring this in. It looks like somebody was eating pancakes and didn't finish. And bananas. Sorry about that. Look at that. Some sort of a urine collection. It's clean, guys. It's clean. I don't think anybody peed in it yet. But if they did, they wouldn't be here. So yeah, so that's kind of the back. And once again, this is just an update video. It's not a review. I've already done plenty of those reviews. So obviously, here, let me walk around. Let me put these things up there, of course. You know, for those of you with kids, you understand. Keeping a car clean, it's next to impossible with kids. Now, I have a little bit stricter rules in my car. Like I don't do the whole, you know, 3-course meal or anything else. Kids definitely don't play with slime. By the way, this is slime, and if you do have kids and you have cars, don't let your kids play with slime, at least on the cloth seats, because this thing, at least not with the common tools that I have at my disposal, I could not get this thing off. So all these little specks, some of the stuff will just get vacuumed away, as you can kind of see, but yeah, all that is slime. So I guess I don't know what else to do here. What is that? So, okay, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so you can kind of see very well used all-weather floor liners. You know what? I feel like this thing that looks like a cowboy hat, I think it probably belongs in this box. Nothing else. But yeah, very well used. Oh my God, got garbage like everywhere in here. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, look at that. Oh, a little barf bag there. Some Band-Aids, I think. So, if nothing else, you can kind of see how this vehicle is being used on a daily basis. Tires, I just got them rotated, so tires are fine. Ooh, the wind. Let's see. Let's actually pop the hood. You know what? I haven't popped the hood on this car in a long time. Let's see. There it is. What's going on down there? Let's see. Once again, these videos are more, you know, for myself. Oh, look at that, a leaf. So let's put a little prop rod here. All right, definitely something I needed 2 hands for. All right, well, we got a leaf. Got what do we got? Looks like we got a new filter. That's good. Oh, okay, something started. Oh, look at that. I got a filter wrench as a gift. So how about this? I think I get to drive this thing back and give it back to them, because they treated me all right. So look at that. Oh, and I gotta show you this in a second. This is an interesting little factoid. So, all right, well, at least it's good that it didn't fly in. I mean, on one side, you can treat it as if it's like, well, they were careless. And, you know, I wonder how long I would have been driving around if I did not check that. So I will go back, give it back to them. All right, so got an oil filter here. Coolant seems okay. Brake fluid. Is that all right? That is all right. Filters. Yeah, I replaced this filter. This is a pain. I remember making a video about this. It's quite a bit of a pain to get this. There's probably a better way of like removing a component here too. Let's see. Let's do the little check. Hopefully the oil is nice and clean. I don't have a rag or anything to wipe it on, so. All right. So the oil is nice and clean. I mean, there's not a whole lot else to check, so there's that. So yeah, I mean, overall, you know, the good old, what is it, the 2.4 turbo, it's fine. It's not a speed demon or anything like that, but you know what, the way we drive, the way my wife drives, we do not really race this car. Oh, this crap that just keeps falling in there. I know, I can't get it off all of it, so. Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly adequate. I can't really say a whole lot. So, all right, let me close this down and we'll see. All right, so moving on inside. All right, let me get the bananas and whatever those things are. All right, so yeah, sorry for the mess. But once again, it is technically not my daily driver. I drive it on the weekends when we go somewhere with the family. So some of the napkins, some of the stuff with the kids. My wife does spend way more time with the kids in this car. I mean, if I had any use for it, I would probably keep it. But I'm like, well, I'm not gonna change my own oil. Made in China. performance. All right. Anyway, so here's an interesting little tidbit. So I've been contacted at this point multiple times. Oh, and I got the flash on for some reason. Did not even realize that. There you go. By Chinese manufacturers, and I already tested some sort of a travel mug and some sort of a dash cam and a GPS thing and all that stuff. So this is the latest thing, but it is it's so obscure that it did not grant its own video. So here's what it is. I got an email from some Chinese manufacturer. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember the name, but they're all, about the same. And they're like, hey, we need somebody to test out a new magnetic drawer for the interior of I think they said a magnetic storage device for a Subaru Ascent. And, based on your YouTube videos, you have one. So are you willing and able to participate? If we just ship you a free sample, you put it in your car and you just send us some pictures so we can get the measurements if we need to, increase, decrease them. I'm like, sure, here it is. So they did not send me a picture or a video of what is it that they're sending. So I got this in the mail, and first, I'll be honest with you, I forgot all about it because it was like 2 to 3 weeks between the contact and when I received this product. And then when I got it, I'm like, what in the world is this? Because it all came in an unmarked box. There's nothing. And then I'm like, oh, because I got all the Chinese writing on the outer packaging, on like the shipping packaging. And this was handwritten. And I'm like, oh, it's got to be for the interior. I forgot about this cubby, so I emailed them saying, hey, I got this, and I sent them a picture. I'm like, is this from you guys? They're like, oh, yeah. It's a magnetic drawer for the interior, and they sent me a picture of like this area with this. But it was a different color, because this looks like, a 3D printed glow-in-the-dark plastic of some kind, but yeah, I don't think it's glow-in-the-dark. So I was like, oh, okay. So he's like, yeah, could you put it in here and, send us pictures? So I did. Is there something in there? No, there's nothing in there. Okay. So I did this, and I'm like, okay. First of all, it's not really magnetic, and you can kind of see the power outlet down there. Yes, it does match this cutout, so they measured that right. But then I was like, well, what's the point? It's not magnetic. It's already kind of tilted downward, so like if you put, let's say, a pen, so it's about the size of a pen. It does roll back, so it's like, so it does not come out, at least, unless you slam on the brake. Obviously this, it's about the same size. It's about the size of a pen, give or take. So I took it, I sent them, I sent them this. I'm like, all right, well, you got the width correct. You got, this pulling thing. It's not magnetic. I mean, the whole thing is plastic here, and it's plastic down there. So I'm like, okay, well, if you ask my opinion, you got to make this, this hole, that's this gap, that's about it. And I'll be honest with you, they never responded. They never said thank you. They never said, that's the intended purpose of this thing. But yeah, so it's like a little drawer. I will be throwing it away. I have no use for it. Like I said, it looks like it feels like a 3D printed. It's got a SKU number on it. Very, very strange. But that's how I got a possession of this weird drawer. Oh, I asked my wife, I'm like, do you want this at all? She's like, no, it looks weird. And she's like, I would rather put my sunglasses here, which this actually fits. This ginormous case here, fits. So there's that. Otherwise, let's see. Let's start it up. And let's see, what do we got? 14,646. There you go. Yeah, so you see, so this shop, they put 19. So they do use the 5,000 mile. But you know what? Right in here, there's also something in here, I believe. I don't remember which one of these little more settings. And by the way, yeah, everything that I said in my original review of this car and this screen, yeah, like it's still weird. It's slow when you first start the car, but I think it's worse when you Jesus, I don't. Oh, car info, I think. You see how kind of it's just slow. There you go, maintenance. So there's, okay, oh, you know what? So they did reset this because at one point they were like, it was counting down. So I think that's probably where they got the 5,000 miles. So, okay, so I already drove 3. I don't know, somehow these are like further off, but I don't know. Let's see, reset. Okay. And what does that do? It just reset everything. Okay. So let's do the distance. Let's do 5,000 miles. There you go. All right, I don't need the rest of them because, like, what, you're going to change the oil, but you're not going to change the filter, or vice versa? I understand you want the tires and the maintenance. Yeah, so that's kind of weird. Auto maintenance reminders. Oh, it's like a via the app. Okay, so here you go. Yeah, so that's the update. So in general, you know, it's a good car. We do recommend this car. Several people already asked us, hey, how do you like it? You know, how it's been treating you? And I'm like, yeah, it's been great. It has all the basics that you need. It has nothing that you don't. It has, what we love is the heated cloth seats. That's an amazing feature. I wish that would, you know, become kind of a new standard for cars. Okay, ready jogging. So yeah, so we do like it. You know, when the time comes to get rid of it or replace it with something, we would want about the same car, about the same size. Obviously kids are getting bigger, but as far as like getting like the minivan versus this, I mean, this drives nice, I think. We haven't really had a big snowstorm. So we got it last year during the summertime. So I think at this point we had this car for like a year and a few months, here or take. And yeah, so we don't really know how it handles in heavy snow, but we haven't had any. So there's that. The screen, yeah, the screen, I think a lot of reviewers are kind of ripping on the screen, and I think rightfully so. So yeah, if they could do something with the screen, I mean, having a big screen like this, yes, it's good. We like the fact that it's here. It does give you a full screen map when you have it connected. Now, you know, I got prompted for Android Auto, which we use, or Apple, same thing. It's wireless. You can hook it up via the cable as well. So, and you can flip-flop, so you can have multiple phones hooked up. And like my wife has an Apple. I'm not really an Apple person, an iPhone, and I use the Samsung. So we could flip-flop. So it's very easily. And all the screens, and I'm perfectly fine with physical gauges. I know everybody's using the digital stuff, but yeah, the physical gauges are fine. I wish that this screen was maybe not the black and white. Oh, there you go. But so for example, my mom has I think it's a 2023 or 2022, I don't remember, a Forester that's not the top of the line, but that screen in the middle is colored for some reason there. Here it's black and white. And maybe it's colored on the higher end trims, not 100% sure. But here's black and white. I wish maybe there was a little color. I mean, you have this big, beautiful screen here, and then you have this, which just, I guess it blends in, if nothing else. But otherwise, like I said, the update, here it is. Got a third oil change, got a tire rotated. And, I mean, life overall is all right. Yeah, the content, I still get a lot of comments saying, hey, make more videos. Hey, are you going to do more dealership explorations? I'll be honest with you, I'm not. I'm done with that. Only because one of my former experiences of almost getting arrested, and I talked about it some of the other videos when I would lurk in the background of a dealership when they were closed, like on a Sunday, or like after hours or very early on, and police actually not too far away from where I'm driving, you know, had me searched, had me not handcuffed, but had me put my hands behind me while they check out who I am, and kind of, you know, communicating with their dispatch and seeing if I'm on the world's most wanted list or something. And then letting me go and telling me, hey, you don't have a right to be here when the dealership is closed. You don't have a right to open these cars even though they're unlocked. So I'm done with that. Yeah, I don't need problems in my life. So yeah, I mean, car videos. Yeah, I got my 2 cars. Lucky for me, at least at this point, they don't break. So all my town car videos were mostly about me trying to fix it. And I'm sorry, I'm not a Tyler Hoover or any one of those people that just have money to burn and they make, great content. But it's just, I'm not that person. I need my cars to work, and when they do break, I will fix them. Don't get me wrong, but I just did not have the time more than anything else to keep fixing the town car. So that's how that happened. So for the last, it's going to be close to a couple years at this point, where I got the Fusion. It's my daily commuter. I will make some sort of a video eventually about it when there's enough. It's got like 50-some thousand miles, so it's not new, not old. It's kind of in between. It's a 2020. So, all right, so there it is. Yeah, the car itself is great. It works out for us. Screen could be better. Gas mileage, gas mileage could be better. Right there, you can kind of see it. But also, this is being daily driven by my wife, who does not really drive on the highway. She does a lot of local stop and go. Plus, this car gets in the school lane zone, and yeah, it's just not the best out of a 4-cylinder, and you can kind of see that right there. What else we got? 7 minutes. Yeah, tire pressure. Okay, so. All right, going back to the place to give them back their wrench, and we'll call it a day. See you, everybody.